Okay, 000, 001, and so on. So how you list down to depends on you, as long as the different combinations. So for me, I ada cara lah. So kalau you tengok untuk first, because we have 3 variable, for the first column which is A, okay, you tahu you akan ada 8 combinations kan? You akan ada 8 combinations, di mana 8 combinations ni dia melibatkan bit 0 and 1, right? So this 8 combination is only involve bit 0 and 1. So for the first column, which is for the first input A, so 8 you divide by 2. Okay, why? Because you need to divide by the number of 0 and 1 yang you perlukan dalam combination tersebut. So kalau you tengok untuk A ni, 8 bahagi 2 you akan ada, you dapat 4. What means by 4? Meaning that you have 4 0 and then you have 4 1. For the first A column A. Okay. And then for the second column, which is B. Okay, for the second column, which is B. Okay. So untuk A tadi tu, you bahagi 2 pula. 4 tadi tu kan. So 4 bahagi 2. So bila 4 bahagi 2, meaning that you have 2 0, 2 1, 2 0, 2 1. So sebab tu kalau di case ni, dia alternate 2 0, 2 1, 2 0, 2 1. Yeah, so dia datang daripada yang pertama. Okay, and then of course the last combination is you divide by 2. Okay, 2 bahagi 2, 1. So you just alternate lah, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. This is for 3 variables. If you have 4 variables, 2 kuasa 4 is 16. Kan, 16. Meaning that you have 4 variables A, B, C, and D. So for the first variable A, okay, because you have 16 combinations, so cara dia 16 bahagi 2. So 8. Apa maksud 8? Maksudnya untuk A tu you start dengan 80, 81. Okay, and then untuk B pula, 8 tadi you bahagi 2 pula. Meaning that 8 bagi 2 is 4. So you have 4 0, 4 bit 1, and then alternate 4 0 and then 4 bit 1. And then for C, 4 tadi bahagi 2. So you have 2 bit 0, 2 bit 1, and alternate 2 bit 0 and 2 bit 1. And then for D, of course, you akan alternate 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. This is my method to make sure that you have all the combinations, and then all the combinations tu akan different. Tu cara saya lah. So depends pada kamu macam mana kan. As long as combination tu kamu kena cukup. Yeah? Okay, dan seterusnya, okay, kita continue tadi. Okay, based on yang ni, macam mana you nak dapatkan result yang terakhir. This is your last results lah. Before you get your last result for these equations, you need to have different columns. You need to add number of columns, okay, to write down the output, okay, for each group or for each product term. So contoh kalau kat sini B bar and C, so you kena ada column untuk B bar and C dulu. Yeah. Baru you boleh dapatkan result untuk the last one, which is for A plus B bar and C for your last results. So that's why you have B bar and C. And then you may also have another column to get the result of B bar. Boleh juga. Macam saya, kalau yang B bar ni selalu saya tak letak pun kolom tu. Macam kita congak je lah kan. So because we already have B, so we just kita macam congak je lah kan B bar. So 0, so dia akan dapat 1. 1 and C. So you akan dapat your B bar and C. So tapi depends lah. Okay, the number of columns berapa banyak you nak letak, you boleh letak. Okay, tapi kalau boleh input ni dia asing. Jangan pula B bar ni you letak tengah-tengah dekat sini. B bar. Tak nak lah. So any equation yang berkaitan tu you letak selepas you listkan you punya input. And then after that you dapatlah result untuk yang last Y. So yang ni B bar dia based on B. Macam mana you dapat kan? Ya Allah, sorry. Dia tak boleh tertekan sikit ni. Sensitif, okay. And then bila you dah dapat B bar, okay, barulah you end kan dengan C. So this is your B bar. Okay, you end dengan C, you dapatlah B bar and C. Last kali, you akan dapat yang ni. Okay. So some of students, because maybe your equation is too long, kan terlalu panjang nak tulis tu, ada juga dia wakilkan dengan numbering 1, 2. Tapi you kena tulislah 1 tu refer kepada equation apa. Jangan pula you letak dalam kotak. Contoh kalau you buat kotak macam ni kan. Okay. So kat sini you adalah you punya input A, B, C, and then equation yang pertama ni you letak 1, 2. So adalah you punya result kat sini. So what is 1? Okay. Sorry. Sekejap. Okay, so 1 ni apa? So 1 ni apa? Refer kepada equation apa? So kena tulis lah kat sini. Janganlah buat 1 je kan. Sebab kadang equation kita terlalu panjang kan. You nak muatkan dalam satu kolom tu boleh juga, tak ada masalah lah. Okay. So kita pergi contoh. So ni satu contoh. Okay, contoh yang pertama ni, sebab saya kata tadi kan ada 2 bentuk soalan kan. So sama ada kamu kena draw ataupun kamu kena tulis equation. So kalau you tengok this first example is actually you need to write expression. So based on the given logic circuit, you need to write the expression for the output Y. And then of course B, you need to derive the truth table. Yeah. So for this kind of questions, you need to determine, you need to know, you need to recognize the gate itself. So ni gate apa? Okay, this is what kind of gate? Ni gate apa? Yeah. This one, okay, this one, and then how you are going to write the equations. Ya, bukan saja kenal nama, you kena juga tahu macam mana nak tulis. Apa simbol-simbol yang perlulah. Okay, so write the equations for output Y. Okay, so and then you combine lah, untuk Y ni you akan combine. So cara saya, okay, selalunya kalau bentuk soalan macam ni, I ask student, for my student, each line ni kan dia akan represent one value, right? So for example, for the first line is A, so you just write here. So this is A, and then this is B, this is C. Okay, so this is C, okay, this is B, okay, this is A. And then this is your gate. So this is N. So what is the symbol for N? Okay, symbol for N is dot, right? Sign for N is dot. So between 3. So that's why here this line will represent this equation A dot B dot C. So same goes with for another line. So this is not. So sign for not is bar, right? Top of the variable. So here this line will represent C bar. Okay, and then here is XOR. So XOR, your sign is this one between 2 inputs. So the first input is A, second input is B. So meaning that this line, okay, this line will represent this equation. So this line will represent C bar. And then you meet another gate, okay, which is N. Okay, so another way how you can write N is actually you can use a bracket. Kalau dia cuma melibatkan satu variable, tak apa, you boleh letak dot ataupun tak ada dot. Tapi kalau you melibatkan one term with another term, which is in that term you ada lagi sign lain. Contoh kalau dalam kes ni kita nak combine between C bar. Kalau you buat dot macam tak berapa proper sikit cara you tulis. Macam tu kan. C dot A exclusive P. Again, dia sebenarnya C N with A exclusive P. Kenapa saya tak surekan kamu letak dot? Because maybe, okay, maybe cara you baca tu kalau you buat macam ni kan. C dot A exclusive P. So maybe when you want to derive your truth table, you akan baca C bar N A. Nampak? Kan? Maybe. You interpret, cara you interpret tu, you dapatkan C bar N A dulu. And then baru you eksklusifkan dengan B. Sedangkan based on this logic circuit, A ni consider as belong to B. Kan? So kalau dalam kes ni salah lah, tak boleh lah macam ni. Because A ni actually group with B. So dia, you tak boleh pisahkan, you tak boleh senang-senang nak grab another partner kan. Tak boleh. A ni belong to B. So that's why A dengan B ni kena letakkan dalam kurungan. Okay, must put in a bracket. Okay, and then for our last gate is plus, right? Because this is OR, so Y. So you ada plus kat sini. Between 2 input. So input pertama, input kedua. So what is the first input? So first input yang ni lah tadi. A, B, C. Input kedua yang ni, semua ni. So you letak je lah C bar A XOR with B. So this is how you write the expressions one by one. Satu demi satu lah. So after you write the expression, you can go to your truth table. So this is your expression, right? Okay, so truth table. Okay, first, of course, your input combinations. Okay, you must have all the input combinations. And then you need to have several columns before you get your last result for this one, Y. Okay, so in between tu, you kena letak jugalah, tak boleh lah suddenly you ada Y je. Kan saya tak nak, you kena ada juga beberapa kolom. For example, here at least you buat based on term dia. Group, for example, you have A, B, C, so you ada satu kolom. And then you ada A exclusive B, so ada satu kolom. And then satu lagi group between these two, so you have another column. So this one can minimize the error, okay, where you determine the last result, which is your Y. So that is the reason why you need to have several columns. And then based on my truth table, I tak ada column for C bar. Yang tak apalah, yang tu tak apa. Sebab tu saya kata kalau saya kadang saya tak buat pun yang macam single, saya tak buat. Satu variable tu saya tak letak. Kalau you nak letak tambahan tak apa, you buatlah satu kolom lagi C bar. It depends on you. Okay, so dia untuk first example. Ada nak tanya untuk first example? Any questions?
No.
Semua clear
Miss.
Okay, Miss. Okay, Miss.
Good. Okay. So kita pergi pada contoh yang kedua. Okay, contoh kedua ni lebih kurang macam yang first example tadi, yang previous sebelum first example tadi. Okay, which is you are given the expressions and then you need to draw the logic circuits. Okay, and then of course you need to derive the truth table. Yeah, so this is the expressions and then how you are going to draw the logic circuit. So based on this question, you need to recognize the sign of your Boolean expressions, plus, bar, okay, and then dot. So whatever sign you need to interpret in form of gates, and then you combine the gate. Yeah. So based on these expressions, so you have three variables. So first thing, you just put your variable. So saya draw sebelah sini sebab jawapan kat bawah ni saya dah buat dalam bentuk ni kan. So you ada 3. A, B, C. That is the first step, A, B, C. And then you draw group by group. So you can draw this one dulu, A and B bar. A none with B bar. And then you draw yang ni. And you draw yang ni. And lastly, baru you draw yang ni. So dia ada beberapa bahagian. And between that, of course, you have not. So you have 2 variable that have not. And so you have A not. So you buat je kat sini A not. Nanti kita sambung lah. Okay, and then you also have B not. Okay. Okay, you have B not. Okay, so you draw yang first dulu, yang ni kan, yang first group ni. Okay, so you kena ingatlah gate apa yang melibatkan this sign. Okay, which is you ada 2 input A and B bar, and then you have on top you ada bar. So that expression actually representing NAND kan, because NAND you must have at least 2 input and then you ada bar on top. So that represent NAND. So you may draw NAND here. Draw dulu NAND. So the first input is A. So this is A bar, right? So you must connect here. So you can put a pin dot. Okay, so that is for A. Okay, and then second input is B bar. So this is B, this is B bar. So you just connect your B bar. Okay, this is for the first one. So you will get A and then with B bar. So this line, okay, represent for this one. Okay, and then you draw with for the second group, which is between A bar plus C. Okay, so you draw OR. Okay, the first input is A bar, so this is your A bar. And then second input is your C. So this is A bar plus C. And then A bar plus C, NAND with A. Because on top ni, okay, is actually representing NAND between two inputs. So two input lah ni, A dengan A bar plus C. So you buat satu lagi NAND kat sini. Okay, so the first input yang ni. Okay, and then second input is A. So this is your A. Tak kasi sambung. Okay. And then for both ni, last kali sambung dengan OR. Okay, so you buatlah OR kat sini. Y. So this one OR. Okay, another one is OR. Sekejap saya padam sikit. Okay, so this is invert bubble. So this is how you draw. Okay, so samalah yang contoh kat bawah ni. So my logic circuit is actually I draw using circuit maker. Okay, so circuit maker. So this is how you draw your Boolean expressions. Your logic circuit based on your Boolean expressions. Okay, so first you need to list down the variable, and then you draw by groups. Okay, so depends on how many groups yang you ada. And then you need to recognize the sign, okay, bar pun semua tu kan. So you can interpret lah gate apa. Sebab tu saya cakap tadi chapter 2 ni yang penting you kenal gate dan you tahu expression dia macam mana. Supaya bila you tengok je expression tu you tahulah kalau ada bar kat atas ni mesti not, ataupun NAND, ataupun NOR, ataupun apa lagi XNOR kan yang ada bar tu. Sebab and then bila lukis confirm dia akan ada invert bubble. Dia akan invert bubble. So if your equation need you to using NAND, NOR, so I suggest to you lukis guna gate dia lah. Ni NAND kan. Janganlah lukis, bukanlah saya kata salah. Kalau you nak lukis guna AND, contoh you lukis guna AND, and then you sambung guna NOT, boleh juga, tak ada masalah. Boleh je. Dari segi pemarkahan tu, you akan dapat juga markah. Bukanlah kata salah, tak. Saya so far saya tak tolak markah lah. Kan? Cuma kita nak reducekan bilangan gate tu. Kenapa you nak guna 2 gate sedangkan you memang dah ada satu gate khas untuk NOR. Satu gate khas untuk NAND. Maksud saya kan. So you need to use that kind of gates. Okay? And then after that, you derive your truth table. So samalah macam yang tadi. When you derive your truth table, you need to add several columns before you get your last results for Y. So maybe in this kind of questions, mungkin you boleh tambah beberapa lagi kolom. Macam saya buat secara ringkas lah. Saya cuma ambil based on terms, based on group. Maksudnya B bar saya tak ada, A bar saya tak ada kan. So kalau you nak buat tak apa. Ataupun you nak buat dulu contoh, NAND is actually combination AND with NOT kan. Kalau you nak buat dulu AND punya results, after that baru you dapatkan NAND, so boleh juga. So you might have several number of columns. Mungkin kolom kamu untuk truth table ni lagi banyak daripada saya lah. So depends. Tak apa, banyak tak apa. As long as jawapan kamu tu betul. Jangan pula you buat sikit, you main congak je lebih. Especially congak benda-benda yang susah. Kalau setakat congak A bar, B bar tu okey lagi kan. So better buat lebih, tak ada masalah. Benda ni tak ada makan pun. Yeah? So this is a second example. So for this second chapter, we have two kind of questions lah macam saya cakap. So you mungkin akan disoal seperti contoh yang pertama, which is you are given the logic circuit and then you need to write the expressions. Or this kind of question, which is same as example 2, you are given the expressions and then you need to draw the logic circuits. And of course, for both questions, you must know how to derive the truth table. So we have questions for chapter 2. Okay, combinational logic circuits. So we complete of our chapter 2. So any question class for chapter 2? Ada nak tanya?
Saya tak ada.
Orang lain ada nak tanya? Any questions?
Tak ada, Miss.
Tak ada semua clear?
Tak ada. Dah clear.
Alhamdulillah.
Faham
Semua
eh?
Faham, Miss.
Faham?
Clear as
Tidur
crystal.
ke tidur?
Faham.
Faham, Miss.
Jangan ada yang tidur, risau saya.
Ada,
Tiba ada yang tidur depan ni.
Faham.
Sekejap saya download attendance. Okay. So Alhamdulillah, we complete our second chapter. Okay, logic gates. Yeah. So after this, for your tutorial class, I will ask your lecturer to give the exercises for chapter 2. And if you have any questions regarding to this chapter, you can ask your lecturer. So maybe in your tutorial class, because it's quite smaller kan, dengan kelas kita ni, lagi mudah lah untuk handle. For myself, student saya Alhamdulillah sikit. Sikit je kelas saya. 9 orang dengan 17 orang. So, it's easier to handle. Okay, senang saya nak handle. Tapi kalau you nak tanya I pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Walaupun you belajar dekat dengan kelas lain, nak tanya I pun I tak ada masalah. And for those yang kelas saya nak tanya pencarah lain pun tak ada masalah. And you free. Nak tanya siapa-siapa pun tak ada masalah. As long as you learn. Okay, we really need to learn. Okay. So, no questions from the floor? No questions before we end our class?
No, Miss.
Okay,
No,
semua
Miss.
okay?
Alright, Miss. Okay semua.
Alhamdulillah semua okey.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. So I think that's all for today class. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you for your time. Yeah. Then walaupun some of students tak join, I don't know why. So ada yang mesej saya, ada yang tak mesej, saya tak tahu apa masalah. Tapi tak apa, untuk yang ni macam yang saya cakap, I will provide juga video for this chapter. Okay, for this chapter. Di chapter lain memang saya dah ada video sebenarnya, saya akan share je nanti bila dah masuk kita punya topik lah. Okay, so I follow your suggestion. Most of you lah, saya rasa most of you prefer to have a video instead of live ni, sebab mungkin dari segi line kita tak berapa okay, and then kalau video you boleh tengok banyak kali kan. So I will provide video, and then if you need me to conduct a meet or live session like this, so just tell me, so bagi tahu je lah so kita akan buat session. Mungkin kita akan buat session kalau ada discussion. Tapi bagi saya discussion tu saya lebih prefer kalau you discuss with your lecturer actually. Okay, yang tutorial tu sebenarnya. Tapi kalau nak, it's okay, saya boleh lah. Once a while saya rasa kita kena buat juga. Bukan all the time video. Saya provide video, tapi once a while tu kita kena buat juga meet lah. For as a record kan. ODL ni kan. So kena ada jugalah. Kadang-kadang. Tengok pada topik. Saya akan buat tu based on topik yang saya rasa susah, yang memang saya nak kamu join